number 7L, that would be Rick Lowy, a rookie in the late model division. Another rookie in the late model division in the Fawcett Auto Body Curtis.
This video production is sponsored in part by Packin' Away Mobile Storage. We bring the storage unit to your door, pack it at your place, and store it at ours. Packin' Away Mobile Storage is a division of Highway Number 1 Self-Storage. We are proud supporters of the number 2 Lightning Sprint, the 20X Modified, and the 64 late model.
He's out of Kensington, Minnesota. And him and his dad are on the road this weekend trying to get into Wazota Points Nights. It is Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson in the car number 73. To his outside in the Winnipeg Dodge, number 9, it's Walt Morris. And on the back, it is Paul Veert in the Veert Landscaping, number 88. So heading into tonight, Dustin Strand in the red 71 and Zach Johnson in the black 73 are just a handful of points apart in the national points race for Wazota. Now, rumor had it that Zach Johnson was coming here, Dustin Strand was coming here. They got to go or there's 2 points nights at this point in the game.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. It's getting down to crunch time in the Wazota division. So obviously we're going to see some great late model racing here tonight, Pat, at Red River Co-op Speedway. And they're back tomorrow for more action. We have 7 classes tomorrow.
Yeah, you keep telling me that. You want me to keep coming back? I ain't going to be... You got to stop telling me that. That's going to be an action-packed night. There's no doubt about that. So we talked about Mike Martin's Superstock being for sale a little bit ago.
Yep.
Mike Martin has purchased a late model. He's bought a Bob Pierce chassis out of Moline, Illinois. And when we talked about Bob Pierce cars earlier in the week, I said, well, Zach Johnson sure gets his going good. And you can bet Zach will get it going on here tonight. Very clean, very good driver. Bob Pierce race chassis out of Kensington, Minnesota, your national Wazota point leader in the 73 car, Zach Johnson.
All right, Pat, getting ready to race some late models here for the first time tonight of this 2-day program. The 92 sponsored by Adams Detailing Products. That is Cord Allard on the pole. Fawcett right behind him in the Fawcett Auto Body 71. And green flag is out. Here we go. Cord Allard with the early lead, but take a look at the 73 car. He is already second. The 71 spun out in turn number 1, but well, Pat, you were talking about that. The 73 of Johnson, look at him go. Yellow flag is out, but I don't know, that 73P, your national points leader, Zach Johnson out of Kensington, Minnesota, making big moves already inside of row number 5 to the second spot, and likely could have made that pass in turn 3 and 4 for the number 1 spot before the yellow flag came out. Fastest full-bodied stock cars on dirt on the racetrack right now for heat number 1, brought to you in part by Castrol and Odessa Auto Auctions. Pat?
While you're talking about Zach Johnson being the national point leader, of course, there's just been another 2-day late model race added to the schedule in Watertown, South Dakota, Casino Speedway, which is kind of late in the year to be adding races, but and not as... Yeah, it's a Wazota points race in Casino Speedway in Watertown, South Dakota. I mean, they just added it at the 100 in Huron. So
how do they do that now, though? But, you know, for a race driver, Pat, at the beginning of the year, some guys that want to race 4 nights a week or something like that. I mean, how can... I don't understand that.
Wazota does whatever they like.
Apparently. Green flag is out. Here we go. We're racing late models once again. Mike Balkin to the lead on the outside of the 92 of Cord Allard. Zach Johnson moves into the 3rd spot. The driver out of Kensington, Minnesota in 3rd. He is your national points leader in Wazota, and he's trying to chase down your leader. Well, the Shaw Trucking 73 into the 2nd spot. Now he is looking at the tail panel of Mike Balkin, your leader. Balkin out of Winnipeg is your leader in the Silmac Emery Demolition North Star number 10. 2nd spot is the 73 of Johnson. Then it's Cord Allard, Paul Veert, Rick Lowy now getting a little sideways. Walt Morris in his MV custom chassis tries to make the pass, but Lowy gets back on the gas and making it a race now. Mike Balkin pulling away from the 73 of Zach Johnson out of Minnesota. Balkin looking real strong here in the Silmac Emery Demolition North Star 10 car. 30 years of racing for Mike Balkin. He has many, many championships under his belt. In fact, around the 35 mark, so he does a nice job. A real wily racing veteran is Mike Balkin. But the national points leader, the 73 car of Zach Johnson, right behind him. And you know Johnson is here to make up Wazota national points. White flag is out, one to go for Balkin. Mike Balkin is really flying here in the 10 car. He has about a straightaway lead on the 73 of Zach Johnson. Johnson in the Pierce chassis, Balkin in a victory circle. Checkered flag is out. Your winner, Mike Balkin, out of Winnipeg. Second spot goes to Zach Johnson in the Shaw Trucking 73. Third, Cord Allard. Fourth is going to be Veert, and fifth, the Winnipeg Free Press, Winnipeg Dodge, Winnipeg Collision Center number 9. That is Walt Morris. He started 6th and ended up 5th in the 9 car. Nice drive for Mike Balkin. He started outside of row 2 in the 4th starting position. He did a real good job. Johnson started 1 behind inside of row number 3 in the 5th starting position, but Balkin truly pulled away in that one. Did a great job in heat number 1 of the late model division. Getting ready now to move on to late model heat number 2. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow night to do this once again right here at Red River Co-op Speedway. But don't forget, we have a 1 hour earlier start time tomorrow night. That is 6:30 rather than 7:30. Mike Balkin bringing the Emery Demolition Silmac Trucking number 10 up onto the pizza scale. And looking for the green light here to make it official.
You know, Darren, we're talking about that great modified race. Look at that. Lee McRae may well have had something going away on him. He's on the hook now, heading to the pit area.
Yeah, I just noticed that halfway through the late model race. McRae doing a real good job. That's a Ford-powered modified, and he was leading that one earlier in the modified division, but now back to the pit area on the hook, so hopefully they can fix that up. All right, getting ready to roll now with late model heat number 2. Starting on the pole, a 2-time Wazota national champion. Driving the 7W, sponsored by Derek's Heavy Truck Parts and Derek Sandblasting. The 7W is Ricky Weiss out of St. Francis. Outside, driving the 8 car, he is sponsored by Dabs Repair. At the wheel tonight is Kevin Sexton. Inside of row number 2, he drives the Lucas Oil Products, McPhillips Toyota 2M. This is Bill Mooney out of the Selkirk area, and outside in the 71D, this is a Millennium chassis. The driver is out of Grand Forks, North Dakota. Dustin Strand is in the 71D. Inside row number 3 in the 71S is Jordan Duray, and the 5E, sponsored by Red River Messenger Courier, is Shane Edgington.
Well, 71S, that's a car that Snare has driven all year. That's a bit of a surprise.
Well, they must be buddies, because it looks like Jordan Duray is at the wheel of the Sportsman's Lodge Todd's Electric 71S. Now, that 71S car inside of row 3 in the 5th starting position with Stefan Snare driving it this year, has won 2 features at Red River Co-op Speedway this year. So we'll see how Jordan Duray does in the 71S. Of course, Jordan was racing a street stock earlier here tonight. All right, a good-looking field of 6 late models. Green flag is out. Here we go. Kevin Sexton hard on the throttle, but Ricky Weiss in the 7W looking awful strong. Ricky Weiss charging to the front of the pack, a two-time national champion in Wayzata, looking strong. The Avonlea 7W. Second spot, Kevin Sexton. Here comes Dustin Strand now in the 71D. Dustin Strand second in Wayzata national points. The guy leading the national points just finished second in the previous race. Dustin Strand trying to get some traction. Pulls up alongside Kevin Sexton. Great racing now for second and third spot. Strand slides up a little high and takes over the second spot in the Q&Z 71S. Third spot is the 5E of Shane Edgington. Keep your eyes on him. He started last in the sixth starting position and is now third. Then it's Sexton, then Mooney, then the 71S of Jordan Duray. Ricky Weiss, the Derek's sandblasting 7W is your leader. He has a full straightaway on the 71 of Dustin Strand. Third spot, the Avonlea Red River Messenger Courier 5E. That is Shane Edgington. Then it is Kevin Sexton, followed by Bill Mooney in the freehearingtest.ca 2M. 3 to go, 2 to go. Ricky Weiss continues to pull away from this late model field now. Dustin Strand holding on to that second spot. Third is Edgington. These cars very spread out. White flag is out for your leader. Ricky Weiss showing the way. Then it is the Millennium Chassis of Dustin Strand second. Shane Edgington third. Edgington driving the Miller Racing Engines 5E in third. Kevin Sexton and the Dabs Repair. Number 8 is fourth. Mooney fifth. Checkered flag is out. Your winner, none other than Ricky Weiss. He has won a lot of super truck races here. He has won a lot of late model races here. And once again, Ricky Weiss out of the St. Francis area taking the win in the 7W. He has campaigned somewhat this year on the World of Outlaws Tour throughout the U.S. and doing a real nice job on that tour. Ricky Weiss, your unofficial winner of heat number 2 in the late model division.
Ricky Weiss qualified for the World 100 at Eldora with 130-some cars there. He qualified through his heat race and did a good job there. The 7W, always tough. Even at the giant size Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio.
Is that a half or a 5/8? I can't remember.
It's huge.
It's big. It is big.
But the kid from Winnipeg did a good job getting the job done out there. Qualified through his heat race. I watched the race on the internet. It was very, very good, and he was fast.
Well, Pat, it is intermission time now. We invite you to get up, stretch your legs, get yourself something hot to eat or cold to drink.